I'll be briefing you about JavaScript basics, which you learned yesterday. And I think, and I want an interactive class. I don't want people to just mute up their mics and don't speak anything. Is there any question before I start? Someone wants to ask something? Okay, I think there's no one. No problem. So before we start, uh, you know, guys, this is JavaScript is something which is nowadays the most crucial part of web development. I think now it has become the backbone, or should I say, the root of web development. So I'll be showing you the basics. So what basically is JavaScript? Anyone? Just please be open up. Open up yourself. Don't be shy.
It's an
No
object-oriented
problem.
Like
programming language.
basically a set
Yeah,
of
right.
instructions to execute the program.
Okay, okay. Just whatever you want to speak, just speak that. You don't have to be 100% accurate. Speak up. All right. So JavaScript is a programming language, or should I say, a web programming language, a web development language. And this is one of the core technologies that we use today in World Wide Web, alongside of HTML and CSS. All right. And now you can see the basic points written down here, which are control, document appearance, and content. You can create dynamic. Anyone knows the meaning of dynamic? You know, there are two kinds of web page. One is dynamic, one is static. Static cannot be changed. Dynamic can be changes with time, or we can change it with time. And it controls the browser, interact with HTML forms, interact with the user, things like that. It's better because its interface is pretty fast. Not too basic, not too that just cursive looking text and basic things. It makes it attracts users. It's case sensitive. So anyone wants to just give me a brief about what you've learned yesterday, so accordingly I speak upon. Guys, to speak up. There is nothing wrong in being wrong.
We talked about, we were taught about uh, console.js, alert, and about objects mapping and basic introduction to arrays.
Okay, okay, that's good. So moving on, I'll just give you a brief about the most basic things in JavaScript. Then we'll move on to our main topic for today, that is React. All right. I'll not go into the details of JavaScript. I'll be talking more about React. So as you can see, there are comments in JavaScript. As we all know, comments just tell us what work does this line of code does. Just basic. It basically makes the reader or the editor read, understand what this line of code does. It improves the readability of the program. Now there are identifiers, and identifier is simply a name. You know, like any like someone's name is Raj, someone's name is this or that, all those things. We can name variables and functions through identifiers in JavaScript and label them. But there is an exception that we cannot use reserved names such as var, break, and those things which are already implemented in the programming language. All right. Now there's data types and values, numbers, strings, boolean, null. All of you must know these things, right? Unidentified, nan, JS reference, data types, objects, different data types, objects, document objects, functions. Functions are true values in JavaScript that can be stored in variables, arrays, and objects, and can be passed as arguments to other functions. Variables, declaration, scope. The scope of a variable is the region of your program in which it is identified. Wait a second. I think there's something. Yeah, so variables. There is something in JavaScript which is known as primitive type. A primitive type has a fixed size in memory. You know why I'm just reading these slides, because it's too basic. I don't have to go into the details. We all can just have a look. But I want you guys to speak whenever necessary. You feel like you're getting bored. You want me to speak something else. Just say it. So there is something in JavaScript which is operator behaviors. Some operators expect certain data types, X star Y. This is not legal in JavaScript. Because these quotations that are coming over them makes them null. If you want to make this work, you have to just put X star Y, and this will work. This is legal. But in case of numbers, in some instances, JavaScript tries to convert expressions to the appropriate type whenever possible. Like you can do this with numbers, but not alphabets. There's one more important thing written down here, which is plus operator adds numeric values but concatenates string values. You know, anyone wants to tell me, rephrase this line? What do you understand by this?
We
Anyone?
can combine two strings by using the plus sign.
Yeah. Now there are different arithmetic operators in JavaScript as well. Addition, subtraction, multiplication. Now these things are something that are common in every programming language, no matter if it is web or mm, web or any of it. Whether you do it in the case of Android development, iOS development, these things won't change. Now there are equality operators. These are operators that compare two values to determine whether they are the same or different and returnable in value. True or false. Like this example checks if if you put two equality operators, then it will check whether two variables are same in value or not. And if you put three equality operators, then it will check that whether two variables are identical or not. This checks whether two variables are not equal, or and the second one checks if two variables are not identical. This exclamation mark here, if you take it in the case of English, it's exclamation, but in programming, it's mm, not. Not equals to, not equals to, equals to. These are relation operators less than. Yeah, yeah, speak.
What's the difference between not equal and not identical? Is it related to strings?
Not equal and not identical. Not equal is, when. See, here is this example. Returns true when the variables are not equal. Not equals to returns true when the variables are not equal. And not equals this the next thing returns true when the variables are not identical. Now this means that you know v-
So if we give
variables can be
A,
anything like
yeah, so if we
identical
write,
is something that a equals to a, right? And if it will return true if a is not equal to a. The values are not identical. Basically
yeah,
the
yeah,
values.
yeah, thank you. Understood.
These are relational operators. Less than, greater than, less than, equals to, greater than, equals to. And there are string operators in JavaScript. Plus, plus, equals to. Yes, this is assignment operator. Can be used to add strings. Moving on, let's move on to JavaScript, a main topic. Oh, sorry, React. Yeah. So React is basically a JavaScript library. There are libraries in programming languages like in Python we have pandas and many more. So this is React is one of the most useful libraries of JavaScript. And who created it? So Facebook, while in development, some of its developers saw that they had a pretty, as a startup they had a pretty blundered up coding. And while if anyone wants to debug something, they had to exhaust up their minds because they were not able to understand anything. It was so slow, so badly written. So in order to make things more, more reactors. Okay. So what is React.js? As I said, I've told you this. Moving on. So yeah, why was React developed? I was telling you this complexity of two-way data binding, bad UI, UX from using cascading updates, a lot of data on a page changing over time, complexity. This line, this fourth point, complexity of Facebook's UI architecture, shift from MVC mentality. Anyone knows the meaning of MVC? Model View Controller. It's Model View Controller. It's a software architectural pattern. When you develop softwares, you'll learn about this. Moving on, who uses React? Facebook, Teradek, Instagram, Netflix, Khan Academy, Reddit, Asana, Airbnb. All of these use React. React has been dominating the web development industry because, functionality becomes much faster when you use React. So, the cons, the pros of React. Easy to understand and what a component will render. It's declarative. You don't need to study JS in the view file in order to understand what the file does. You know, this this second point, this thing was something that made debugging much easier. It took Since then, debugging applications that were made using React were debugged in, something that took weeks, only took a few days, less than a week. It had such an impact. It was easy to mix with HTML and JavaScript. And yeah, it uses full power of JavaScript. Decoupling templates from logic does not rely on the templates. This basically means that it extracts the root components of JavaScript. You don't need to just fully embed your mind into learning that. No complex two-way data flow, uses simple one-way reactive data flow, easier to understand than the two-way binding, uses less code. It uses a way less code than those conventional programming languages that we use. This is fast. Real DOM is slow. JavaScript is fast. Using virtual DOM objects enables fast batch updates to real DOM. Anyone knows DOM? You should have studied this. Okay, so it's an application programming interface. So now the cons of React. React is nothing but the view, the front end, what you will see when you open up a website. I mean, those glamorous apps which you use, the UIs that you like the most. Like Zomato has a really good UI. Cred, if you know Cred, it's a really good UI. All of them are built using React. Oyo's UI is built using React. Android UI of Oyo. JavaScript has one more thing. I want to add this up. While if you have developed a website from JavaScript, then if you want to develop an app, now it will be really easy because there's React Native. React.js is for web development that will work on desktop, and React Native is something uh, which uses JavaScript and it works for Android. So it's really great. So you don't need to shift, you don't need, I mean, if you have developed an application on a desktop, a website using React, then you and in case you want to further increase your reach and want to create an app, then preferably, and if you have less time, then you don't need to learn Java or any, those Kotlin, those things. You can just do that with React Native. Just a sort of different libraries in that, and you will be able to do that much easier. This one thing can make it's multi-platform. I mean, it's multi-platform. Very little info in the docs. It's not hard to learn. As you all know, you have to do some work too. Nothing is just available to you. You have to use your own brains, learn from others, and create your things. Create it in your own ways. So, but many of the things are done for you before by someone else. No support for older versions. Now, this is new. I mean, you cannot use Internet Explorer 8 and things like that to use React. You have to use the latest things. So, why should you use React? It's easy to read, understand concept of components is the future of development. If you can learn just React, in my perspective, if you are working on web development, web is something that has huge potential. Everything on the internet is web, and if you can just crack yourself into this and learn and become a master of web development, then you'll never lack zeros and ones in your bank balance. I mean, a few ones and a lot of zeros. But don't be money minded. Yeah, so it's switching to React easy. Understanding how it works will take time and will slow you down at first. But once you and your team get it, things will start happening much faster. I don't think I need to elaborate on this, right? Is everyone comfortable with English, or should I, in between, I should use Hindi also? Anyone? Guys, just speak up. I'm like you guys only. Fundamentals, most important terms in React. Component. So components are so these are the components in React. So components are self-contained reusable building blocks of web application. Anyone wants to rephrase this? Anyone? Am I audible to you guys? Okay. Uh, and is this whole lecture is seems interesting to you or not? I mean, I should speak something. I should talk about something more or less, things like that. Or is there a specific topic, someone in React, if you want you all to teach, I can teach you that also. Guys, you don't speak. I'm just. This is not. This is not done yet. I'm speaking since last 20 minutes, and literally have seen just one sentence till now. If I combine all of your responses. So yeah, moving on to our topic, Components are self-contained reusable building blocks of web application. React components are basically just idempotent functions. Same input produces same output. Alright, to describe your UI at any point in time, just like a server rendered app. What's a server rendered app? You guys can Google it if you don't know. Don't be too obedient and too be smart with the word, yeah. I just want responses. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So you heard what I said earlier? Or no one was able to hear that? Because my internet was not working at that time.
You talked about components, but I couldn't understand. So can you please let
Can you please repeat? Your voice is a bit lagging.
you talked about components, but I couldn't quite understand it properly. So can you please explain it again?
Yeah. See, components are basically if you they produce the same output for the same inputs. This, as you can read this first line, components are self-contained, reusable building blocks of web application. What do you mean by self-contained? It's just basic English. You don't have to.
Like I don't really understand what it is self-contained.
Okay, okay. It's
Can
just
you?
it has
Think
its
that
it's
question.
yeah, it has its own reusable. It has its own ability to reuse building blocks of web application. Okay. Now, anyone with who knows server rendered, what does this thing means? Server side rendering. I mean, hosted on the servers. Okay, next. Now, this React dot create class creates a class in React. What do you mean by classes? I think I'm asking you guys a lot of questions, and because I'm just speaking up, no one's interacting with me. I'm too bored up here. Please be open up. Open up your this hesitation kills. Classes are used to create objects. Okay, moving on. The only required method is render. Render is a function in React if you don't know. Insert a DOM using React. This is below is the example. This
What does
code
the function do? What does the function render do?
is the function rendered to. No,
I mean,
I
what's
mean
the
the
function
question is
for?
wrong. There's nothing like function rendered to. Uh, Now in the code, someone has created a function named React. This sorry, this example one, this function, this line, example one, a simple component. Render will print the statement when you'll run the program. Render will print it.
Okay, so is it user defined? Whatever render function is.
Yeah, it is it's not user defined. I mean, you have to opt in for this. If you're using an application and before this thing you gave like three options, one for this, three will three will show you example number one, four number pressing four will show you example number two. Now pressing three uh, will print this example one, a simple component. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is one function props. Now it is passed down to component from parent component and represents data for the component. Now this thing is accessed via this dot props. Render function var sum prop equals to bar console dot log component render. Just try to, while I'm reading this, just try to understand what this code is doing.
What exactly will the console.log statement do?
See, it's a function in JavaScript and it is used to print any kind of variables which you have mentioned earlier. Okay.
Okay, but what are the arguments that we're passing? Like, what is component render and this dot props? What exactly is that part doing?
Yeah. See, render will display display the output. When you code in JavaScript to to in order to code something, like there is a specific procedure, specific manner which you have to follow in for every programming language. Just like that, render in JavaScript is used whenever you want to add any other function, any new function. Render does this. Console.log represents, as I've told you earlier, it represents the variables. Okay, understood? Or should I
Yeah.
elaborate more?
No, no, got it, got it.
State is something which represents the internal state of the component. This is accessed by this dot state. This is an object. This dot state is an object in JavaScript. It contains data and information about it contains data and information about the component that you have put in. Guys, while I'm saying this to you and we've been learning this, I know most of you, including me, if I had been one of the one of the class students today, coding is something, you cannot learn it. You'll not able to learn it alone theoretically. It will sound irrelevant to you at times. You'll not understand it. But when you'll code yourself, you'll learn more. So yeah, JSX as the first point is written. It is one of the coolest thing. Yeah, it is one of the coolest things in React. because it's XML like syntax for generating components HTML. Well, you know XML? Anyone? XML? You must have heard about it while using Internet Explorer. There are some files.
Extensible markup language.
Yeah, I mean what it does, what it is. That's good. Good that you told the full form. You know about it? It's function. Although you are right. I appreciate that you answered.
Actually, it is used to share the structured information like between things.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely right. To the point answer. It's easier to read and understand. Translates plain JavaScript using React tools. Basically, it's a translation tool. In the simplest words, it's a translation tool. So yeah, this is virtual Doom. Doom, as I told you earlier, Doom is document object model. What does Doom, the function of Doom? Anyone? No problem. It's like a programming interface. Anyone have heard about APIs,
Like
application programming
yeah,
interface?
like Doom does document structure, style, and content and everything. Like it represents how like documents are structured, like how the page is structured,
Yeah. How the
essentially.
backend is structured, how everything is
Yeah.
structured. Yeah. So the I'll be reading out the points. The virtual DOM is used for efficient re-rendering of the DOM. Virtual room. I mean the DOM. DOM and virtual DOM. DOM is basically DOM is with the developers. Am I audible? Uh,
Yes, yes.
one minute. Something. Yeah. Now am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, talking about virtual DOM and DOM. Virtual DOM is already kept in memory, synced with real DOM. And this process is called reconciliation. Reconciliation. Sorry. Understood? Okay, React aims to re-render the virtual tree only when the state changes. Uses two virtual trees to find differences and batch update. Real DOM observes data changes and does dirty checking to know when to render component. Whenever possible, does not update entire component in real DOM. It's a really helpful tool. I mean, you can, if you are experimenting with the program, you can change it in the virtual DOM, not the real DOM itself, and you'll not, and you'll never end up just destroying your whole program. In the simplest words, it's a backup tool for the structure of the program. You can change that, but the original thing will be secured. Examples. And this is React. What? There's one code written. This is of component props where photo equals to react.class. Now a class is created. Render creates a function, prints it. Now this is the syntax of the programming language. You don't need to learn this. When you'll code yourself, you'll get used to it. You'll get used to this. This creates a division, name class name, photo. This will represent a photo. Then what the photo that the class name photo which you've created will show this photo, image src equals to this dot prop dot src. This will be represented wherever it is written class name equals to photo. Span, this is component state. State is mutable. What do you mean by mutable in any programming language?
It can be changed or updated.
Yeah, good. Its internal state can be changed, and mutable you cannot change its internal state. Where photo, where component, complex react component. Now this will show you two photos together. I mean, as per the option you'll select. This one was for just one photo. This will show you two at the same time. Now this is something which is user oriented. User will choose an option, then according to the option he chooses, things will shown to him accordingly. See, what is React Native? As I've told you earlier, it's a framework for building mobile apps on native platforms using JavaScript plus React. This is such a useful thing if you ever learn React. You will be able to just using this one thing, you'll be a multi-platform person. Now talking about its strengths, React strengths: performance, extremely easy to start, server-side rendering, easy to read, maintain, debug, compatible with MVCs frameworks, compatible with Flux frameworks. Anyone who knows Flux, compatible with bundling systems. These are different kind of things. You can search about them. These are all different kinds of frameworks which are used in the programming language. Big community, yeah, most important. Whenever you're like stuck up on a piece of code, there's a whole platform dedicated for this. Either you use GitHub or the original React Native community. You'll get a lot of help, a lot of ready to use components. Yeah, there are some weaknesses too, but I don't think if you will ever use, you'll like it because I use it and I love it. So I think I should end today's session. Was it good or not? Helpful or not? Not good.
It was pretty good.
Thanks a lot. Guys, I can see we have 45 people in the meeting, and very few spoke today. Just a very few people. Anyone wants to ask something? Any extra thing other than React? Any career related thing? Anything?
Yeah. What would you recommend to understand React better and to get started with actually writing the programs?
If you see before that, are you? It's all about what are you opting to become. I mean, are you interested in web development? Do you want to be an Android developer? Do you want to be a network engineer? As per that, and software industry is not just particularly about coding. Yeah, coding is the most basic thing, but there are many more things. You can become a software tester, debugger, UI designer, everything. And as far as your question is concerned, see, you can start, you can see YouTube videos mm, for those made for those cloning applications, right? Eh, You can make clone applications of of pre-made applications using React. I mean, you can just search clones of applications which use React on YouTube, and you'll get a ton of them. Just first copy someone else thing, understand it properly, not just copy it, and you'll the best way to understand, according to my experience, if you're into the field of software, start with learning the basic structures of a programming language theoretically, practically, and then just quickly move on to cloning. Develop clone applications. That will make you someone who stands out from the crowd, because there are many people I know who have learned coding. They know this, they know that. They have a lot of things written in their LinkedIn profiles, React Native, this and that. But you know what a recruiter sees is that how many things he has developed, what kind of experience, whether you develop clones or not, you can all add that in your LinkedIn profile too. This shows that you have worked on something. All right, anyone else? Components once again. All right, components. So save the slide. Components, you can screenshot this too. See, I've told you earlier, components are nothing but they're used to create different functions, they're okay. Just guys, when I just stop, I want a response. This means, and components, I think components, there are these are pre-written for you. They're reusable bits of reusable lines of code. Like every programming language has this, but in JavaScript, React, we call it component. Okay, understood or not? Just write it here so I can move on. Anyone else? Guys, yeah, please don't be so. Okay, okay, that's good. Hmm. Anything more? But before that, if you move on to React and all that, right? I just want to give you a last suggestion. Just please learn basic algorithms and data structures. That will be really helpful. Are tags used in React just like HTML? See, we don't call it tags here in JavaScript. We call it we call it React. I forgot the name. It's yeah. See, I was wrong. Yes, tags are used in React. These are called React tags. It's just a name difference. Okay. Anything more? Just I think if you ever come across and want to be a web developer, uh, start with HTML, the most basic things. Learn to write a single line of code in your browser. Then move on to CSS, which is the it gives colors to your basic lines of code. Then move on to JavaScript. It improves your functionality. Then you and in JavaScript use React mostly if you want a fast application. Or it depends on the kind of application you're working on. And there are many more frameworks too, not just React. There is Vue, there is Angular, many more things. You can search about them.
Uh, Thanks a lot for today's session. I think people are not responding only because they were very exaggerated. Today was their first day at college.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, that's the reason. Like they're pretty tired from today's grinding from morning. So yeah, that's the only reason that we have here apparently. Anyhow, it was a very interactive session, man. Thanks a lot for your help today.
Okay.
Thanks a lot for your
Pleasure.
mentorship today. Yes. See you then. Hope to see you then. We are doing projects as this cohort ends. You could be a mentor for this project and help these students out.
Okay, I'll look upon that.
Thank you.
Okay, pleasure.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Guys, I want everyone to stay in the meet. 1 second. Am I audible? Hello?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, dude, why didn't you guys respond? It felt so bad. Like he had prepared so much for the session. Like if you didn't get it, guys, please tell me what is exactly happening. Because I'm kind of lost. Are you not able to understand, or the sessions are not proper, or what is it? Please speak up, guys. I'm not going to like. It doesn't matter. Please speak up. It's just like talking to your friend at the mini canteen. Like if you're muted, you can open your mic and speak. Please tell me. I'm being very honest with you guys. Sudiksha, Pratham, Namya, Riti, Asas, Shubham. These guys are very. You guys are very consistent, guys. Like that's really amazing. Huh?
Um, Actually, having difficulty to understand, to be honest.
Yeah. From where did you
This is
find
my,
difficulty? I
this
just
is
wanted
just
to.
my personal opinion. I don't know about others, but I'm really having a hard time understanding things. So yeah.
Yeah, totally fine. Okay. See, one thing is development doesn't come easy. Especially development doesn't come easy. It's very difficult to understand everything and to even get the crux of it. To be very frank. To be very frank, this doesn't work out in the right mode. So what is key to this is essentially you just have to practice and practice until you get the hang of it. Even it took me around 6 months to get master front end. Okay, and it would take me around it take me around 8 months to get the hang of backend like server side application, server side rendering, and multiple frameworks like Node.js, MongoDB. It will take time. It's not a 4 week course that we can just finish it out and we'll become a developer like amazing and we'll score packages like 80 lakhs or something. Thing is, once we get the hang of it, once you get to understand, like apparently when you go for your placements, this is what the hard truth is. When you go for this placement, you are required to understand these kinds of things. If you're in CS, I'm not just telling for CS guys. If you are any EC guy or anyone, if you're going for placements, this is what I heard from seniors who just got placed. This is what I heard from the previous coding club president, Gaurav Pai B. He just told me that you just need to understand how there is no coding culture in the college. You need to develop a coding culture that that is sustainable and that can grow. See, nothing comes easy in life, to be very frank. Uh, I just want see. I know there is a course curriculum and a college. Everything is there. I don't want to burden you guys. Neither do I want to burden anyone. See, why don't we make it cool and fun to learn something, right? Apparently, we don't have to toll ourselves like, oh shit, I'm only for the certificate. I'm doing this. Man, I have to do this for an internship or again. It's not that kind of thing which we are trying to do here at all. I'm only doing this because it's kind of a goodwill project for me. I really am not getting anything out of it. To be very frank, it's neither there is no monetary benefit attached to this. Neither am I getting any time out of it. So what I want is that I just want my fellow friends to be there with me when there is a huge job recession that is like a there's a job drought that is happening as of now, and Web3 has a lot of jobs apparently as of now. So if you could, so you know that from fifth sem placements kick in and stuff, you can start getting placed from fifth sem only. So if you're in the right opportunity, you can get placed for starting fifth sem or fourth sem also. If you work on this space for the next 6 months, I can literally guarantee you that you will get a job. If you want me to write down on a bond paper, I can give it to you and I will get you placed personally. I'm in my third sem just like you guys. I got a pre-placement offer like from Shardium and Defolio and couple of guys. Okay, doesn't matter. To be very frank, you will get crazy job offers. Believe me, this is the right way to go. You'll get the right connect to network. You'll get the right skills to know. This is just a basic refresher course, like a yeah, like a boilerplate stuff. So once you get the hang of it, I'm not just telling about Web3 as a developer, as a community manager, as a design enthusiast, or a NFT artist, or probably a DevRel, developer relations. You just have to explore the space, guys. That's what I want to tell you. I made you be on Twitter. That was important because blockchain directly get hires from Twitter, hires from hackathons. This is the importance. I just wanted to emphasize on all these things: hackathons, Twitter, attending these kinds of sessions, connecting with people on meetups. See, there is a traditional thing that is set up that you come to college, you clear those courses, and you clear data structures in C, you get credits, you get CGPA, and you directly, yeah, you directly get into like placement officers come in and give you some amazing sudden placements. That doesn't happen like that. You can ask any of your seniors. You have to know shitload of DCP or DSA to clear your even basic coding round, first round. Okay, and that's not going to happen out of thin air. Is you see, I'm not undermining any of the college courses, or it is beautiful to be very frank, but it is not like that. It's going to be very hard time for you to start out in third year when placements are just going to start out. So it's very very advisable from all the seniors which I've known, like I've talked to. They tell all the coding club seniors just tell you this: do see DSA every day, at least one problem, and try to learn a skill that is important. So this adds value. And I am not pushing Web3 as I do, because most of the existing problems are getting solved as of now. Faster network, greater efficiency, ease of access, more transparency. E- Every literally any problem and cost. Literally any problem that exists is getting solved through the next era of the internet, next setup, basically. So I just want you guys to be a part of it. This is what I can say. We have a team building workshops, guys. I do you know that we have the basic criteria set. We have a couple of company guys who are going to be coming for the like for the IRL demo day that's going to probably happen, where they will see your projects. If you are worthy, they can take you for a high internship also, probably, if the project is good enough. So you'll be taught by Lumos Labs. It's the developer metaverse that is going to be helping you out with building your projects. I just want to emphasize on this. Can you guys all speak up? Like Sudiksha, Pratham, Sharan, Krishna, Namya, Riti, Esa, Shubham, and a lot of people are there apparently in this meet. Ranjit, Naveen. Guys, can you just tell me what is happening exactly? Like, why do you guys don't want to respond, or are you doing any other internship? See, I could have made it a paid version, but I didn't. Only reason was I didn't want to put a cost for for the knowledge you're getting here. A lot of people insisted, I don't want to tell names, but a lot of people insisted on keeping it a paid version. Then people would have known the value. Okay. Only reason was these resources, even though they might be open on the internet, there's no streamlined approach to it. There's no opportunities access to it. I will make sure that you get the right opportunities. Once you finish this and you work on this for the next 3 4 months, I'll make sure that you come and connect with me. I'll make sure you guys are getting connected properly, and you really guys are getting around what salary Harsh is getting out of. He came from a tier 3 college. Just imagine. Probably they'll make a golden statue of him and place it in the college. Their highest college placement was for 23 lakhs. Highest college placement. Where is 2.5 crores? Where is 23 lakhs? There is a huge difference between two things. So ideally, it's not about anything else. I just want to tell you guys that. Anything else, you just want to open up the mic and speak your heart out. I'm really open to listening to you guys. Don't just leave the meet, guys. It's totally fine to just tell me. Hello, can someone speak up? Pratham, dude, what are the problems you're facing? Krishna, Gupta,
I mean,
Sharan, Pratham.
as we are new to this React.js, we are finding a little difficult in order to understand. Basically, that actually the tags with that we are using, I could not understand that
Yeah.
part, but uh, other than that, what
Huh.
he had explained, I kind of understood.
Like overall cohort, Harsh, how was Harsh's session?
It was good. It was very good.
Yes, really.
Just a second, I want to hear someone else also.
Hey bro, see,
what I think is that college has started today now. So recently been some everyone is coming to college from home, especially hostelites, and also it do it little bit chaos. So that's why maybe
Yeah,
it's taking a little time. Okay, right,
dude,
to
that's
settle down.
totally fine. The thing I'm
Yeah.
very happy about is, may I know your name?
Okay.
May I know your name?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Sharan, right?
Yeah, Sharan, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The beautiful thing is you are interested in this.
Yes, bro. Yeah, of course. That's why I joined in the first place, right?
Uh, so I
Yeah.
just want to tell you this. This is the right opportunity for you. This is how you
Okay.
can go ahead. I can personally help you out with all of the stuff that is there. Okay, with your development journey, or your connections, or your networking, or how to communicate, how to write cold mails, or how to exactly connect with people to get your right opportunities, or how to create synergetic partnerships with people or companies. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
this is a this will take you a long way. I'm just trying to chill out with you guys, pour my heart out. This is what I feel. This is what I've been through, guys. I've connected with over 30 plus companies, and BobdaoXRvce is there in 57 colleges in the country. I have worked for the past 8 months with my team to make sure this is a reputable community that exists as of now. We have 150 students from each college, and we are doing this cohort exclusive for RVC and other two colleges like BMSC and other one college. So yeah, like mostly representation is from RVC. We didn't market this to any other college. We just sent out blind links to people. This is what I wanted to tell. Shubham, what do you or like? How's the cohort till now, buddy? Sudiksha, Sudiksha, are you there, dude? It's just like talking to your friend near hanging out near the mini canteen. Okay, you don't have to worry about anything. You can just pour your heart out.
It is good
And
till now.
if there are anyone wants to speak up, just you can. Okay, they can really unmute themselves and speak, because I'm just like your friend who just wants to listen to what you're facing, and I'll just help you out. Apparently, you're see at the end of the college, what you came to RVC, there was one reason, right? The good placements, right? Don't tell me that we came here for knowledge and everything, because the to be very frank, that doesn't add up. Okay. uh yeah, like as you were talking something, please do continue.
Her session was really good. Just today that React session was a little bit because today only I came to Bangalore.
What about Pranchi's session?
Sorry. No, it was
What
really good.
You understood Pranchi's session?
Yeah. Actually, I already knew a little bit about CSS and HTML. So
That was great, man.
yeah.
So yeah, I really don't have anything to say. Apparently, I just want you to help you out. Next 4 months, you can see yourself in a very different place. See, people. For there is people. There's one person called Gajesh Nayak. You can just look him up on Twitter. His name is Gajesh Nayak. Okay, he makes roughly around $12,000 a month. You know how much that converts into, and he's 15. He just finished his high school. So this is the crazy amount. He makes around 10 lakhs a month. Even though he stays in the Bahamas, and purchase power parity is different there. He makes 10 lakhs a month, guys. Okay, and that's like a. Can you guys imagine like making $12,000 a month? it would be like crazy, right? This sounds really bad that apparently I'm the only one interacting. Can you guys speak up? Like, it's totally fine to open your mics. Others, macha, others, you, idya meeting ale. I know a couple of guys from here. Aditya Raj, I know, and who else I know? Varun, yes, I know. Rujil, no, I don't know. Rujil, but love to connect with you. And I know Spurti, I know Shubham, I know Shihuli, I know Ranjit. Apparently, I don't know if they know me. I know Guru Charan, I know Esas, I know Gautam. So yeah, uh, I know a couple of guys, but apparently, if you can speak up, that would be great.
Yeah, it was good, but doing everything in 3 weeks, I thought it was kind of slightly unreasonable.
Yeah, what you think is totally correct. Okay, what I wanted you guys to was build a functional project. That's what I want apparently. Now, as of now, see, even though you use HTML and CSS, if you have an intent that yeah, React.js, I'm not taking 10 or 12 sessions of React.js. Only reason I'm not doing that is because React.js is not the point or main point of interaction or like main point of the cohort. It was solidity. Only these are the supporting characters. Like ये सपोर्टिंग रोल में आते हैं ना, जब फिल्म में मेन हीरो रहता है ना, there are supporting roles. Just like that, these guys are also there. So I just wanted to tell you that these things are important to complete the whole picture. Even though if you don't know it, you can just go on to Stack Overflow, or there is a lot of forums, or there is a clone website that you can take off template of front end, and you can get the backend ready on Remix. You don't need you really to make beginner projects. You don't even need to do hard hat or ganache. You can directly do it out of Remix. Just take the contractor, just deploy it and run it. It will. You can create NFT marketplaces, build a DAO on Polygon. Okay, these projects add real value. Believe me, guys, these projects add real value to your resume. Okay, you being from CS, BT, EI, EC, Triple E, I, any of those branches. Okay, to be frank, doesn't matter because blockchain is for everyone, decentralization for everyone, and open to everyone. So yeah, this is what I wanted to just tell you guys. Anything else, like any suggestions or anything you want to tell? uh, Aditya Raj, bro, how are you? You're from Tripoli, right?
Yeah, I'm in Tripoli, bro.
Yeah, I remember we connected sometime.
Yeah, yeah,
How was
yeah.
the going on, bro?
Everything is going on well, bro.
You don't need to sugarcoat it to me. You can just be very honest and you can just tell it to me. What are the problems you're facing? Are you able to competently do stuff and everything?
Actually, I think everything is going on well, and I think for JavaScript and all, you should give more classes. Like
Huh.
you said, no. For React and all, you will give one or two classes.
Yeah, like but see, I would definitely want to give that in the future succession. I would want to do more sessions for that. But
Definitely.
as you know, there is a time constraint for this internship. If the RVC was more flexible, apparently, if we could have done it for a longer time, to be very honest. If RVC was very flexible, we could have done it. But you guys need your certificates, right? At the same point, I just need to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
sure that everything is in place, and you have built a project that is, see, when principal asks for something, it should look good for us. Like
Yeah.
like someone is asking, oh, how's it? How's the cohort going? Apparently, we should be able to tell them, this is how it's going and this is how it is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just want to tell you guys this. Apparently, this is how I want. I really don't have, I really don't have any words to say, bro. People don't respond and everything. I really feel sad because if you guys were in my shoes, like if you are on the other side, you would know how tough it was for me to organize all this out of scratch. I'm just like you guys, right? Only guys, only thing I did with this was just out of pure intent that someday someone would remember that, yeah, like this guy had done this for us, and that they would just love to connect with me, and that's what I can tell, bro.
And we
Hello,
really
Krishna.
appreciate that.
Hello.
Hello, yeah.
Yeah, Krishna. I wanted to add some of the points. Okay, since third sem also started, so most of us we will get into the academics now. So, taking the internship into consideration, ending part of the internship is going like a bit fast. As you also know that JavaScript and the front end part and the development part is kind of way important compared to the blockchain part too. So can we have more sessions of this, keeping aside the internship part?
Okay. To be very honest, will you guys attend? I'll genuinely do a lot of sessions. Like if you want, we'll take JavaScript very slow for probably 3 weeks. Okay, very slow. Like if you guys really, if you can bring at least because they should have their everyone values their time, right? Like if they have a good crowd to teach, they would also value their time and they would come to the session. Like if you can bring me the right people here in RVC, like 50 people, yeah, definitely I would. I'll make sure of my efforts to keep it aside, even though the internship is a whole different thing. I'll make sure like we'll assign sessions, one-to-one mentor sessions. Make sure you're in good hands. Like for the next 2 months, we can do this. Like based on not every day though, according to college curriculum and college like timings and availability, we could structure that in the such way.
Hi,
Yeah,
Navya this side.
Yeah.
Just to add on to that, instead of arranging sessions, I mean, you could do that. But for this internship, could you upload videos related to front end so we could go through those instead of attending more sessions on those? The way we did for Solidity, we have lots of videos on the website,
Yes.
right? So could you do the
Yes.
same thing for front end so we could go through those in our own time and we could
Yeah,
build
that's great. That's great.
projects using those?
Uh, Definitely. What we are doing is we have our educators working on to record couple of videos for you guys, like a proper recorded version rather than a meeting recorded. Uh, and we are consolidating a lot of resources like PPTs and read-alongs. And did you guys know that we are also? I sorry I didn't announce this. We're soon going to have a code editor just next to the Solidity course one, so you can just pick it up here, and we'll have a repository also inside the website. Like you could pick it up. There is a repository there. You could just copy the place, clone it here on the code, and you can run it. And that's just down there. There is a terminal. Yeah, you can just run it through your local host and check what is happening. So it will be like your playground. You can build cool stuff. How does
Sounds
that
cool
sound?
to me.
So
Sounds
yeah,
way too
like
cool.
uh, so the team is building it. Myself and there's one guy called Akshat from ECE and Rahul. We are working on that platform. Uh, so yeah, that's what our end intent is. We really want to help you guys get the best out of something. Oh,
yeah,
any other views?
hello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Adarsh.
So yeah, can it be more project based? Some three of us or four of us can team up every week, and maybe we can try to build up the basic project or like a
Yeah.
model.
Definitely,
Yeah,
man. Like, see,
yeah, it'll actually motivate us more, right?
So from starting from 14th to 18th, you have your projects like proper. You will be starting every day 3 hours. You will be shipping something. Okay. We'll be helping out you with mentors, resources, and everything. You'll be building three different things. This is a disclosure I'm giving you, apparently, which is going to be, which was supposed to be a session for team building. We'll have three varieties. One is decentralized finance, another one is NFTs and general design in Web3. And third is DAO tooling, like creating tools for something like community. You guys are all there on WhatsApp, right? There are certain tools that could be created, stuff like that, right? Like taking polls or uploading code directly or creating you like basically a community platform where you could interact everything. Like we built our platform, right? You could also build some cool tooling for around that. These are the kind of three types of projects we three type of project palettes we want to introduce to you guys, so that you can understand how exactly what it is, and you can get a taste of everything. So you from on a team building workshop day, you will be created a team of two. We just don't want to make it a lot of crowded, like four people in a team of two. And you will be getting together to build a project. We'll have three sessions differently. You can choose from one of those palettes and come and attend a session and build the project. It's going to be 2 hours every day, so it's going to be 8 hours of building and shipping a functional DApp, like a decentralized application. Sounds good, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds very
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is actually cool.
Yeah, like you get to put on your resume that I built a DApp out of not like zero to DApp. You're pushing it on. Literally, you're going to be putting your resources of what you have learned through the cohort to build one app of your own that you can showcase. Like you can create your own portfolio DApp, decentralized application, where people could stake matic. I meaning there is a cryptocurrencies. You understand staking, right? Do you guys do you know staking? Here's one cool idea I want to tell. Guys, anyone some answer yes or no? Just tell me that.
Yeah, yeah, we do know.
So people could stake Matic. Like, see, there are a lot of recruiters. They want to see your profile. They just you just apply to a lot of recruiters, right? People who see your skill set in the basic level, okay, and who want to talk to you or who want to connect with you. Not wasting your time. They could stake a couple of Matics just to talk with you and connect with you and hire you out of that. They are not wasting their time. Neither are you wasting it. This could be one of those projects, right? Like, how cool would it be that Ranjit or Namya could build this and get together and create a portfolio website? And this could be a DAO tooling website, like a tooling thing that could be applied for a lot of platforms. I will personally help you out, guys. If someone wants to build using if someone wants to build this, I will be there with you guys.
So you're telling me that the website we have seen during the Pranshi session, like she had her own website and she had everything in there. You want us to build something similar to it with better features? Am I right?
Kind of like you, it's totally open to it. Like, we're going to give you palettes and resources. We're going to be debriefing in the team workshop. So yeah, uh, do you guys have anything cool that you want to build? Like, we are open to suggestions. Like, we can help you guys out with the same. Over the period of the cohort, did you guys find anything cool? Hi, Karan, Satish, Prathamesh, Varun, Harush, and Gautam. Guys, can you speak up? Like, Sudiksha.
I think Solidity was by far the coolest part. Watching transactions actually taking place and building NFTs and all was really cool and interesting.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool. To be very frank, 90% of Web3 is NFTs as of now. Like, everyone's building an NFT project. So you go to hackathons. If someone tells you, "Or a NFT project," like you really start trying another NFT project. So it is pretty cool. Like, you have a lot of scope if you're building on NFTs. Like, if it is properly implemented in the right way, NFTs are the way to go. Like, your further profiles are going to be NFTs. And Guys, Facebook literally changed its own essence to Meta because they wanted to support the metaverse. That's the new creator way to do, like that's the creator multiverse to interact basically going ahead. Anyhow, guys, I just want to help you out, guys, ship you for the next 4 months, help you get a good play, help you end up in a good place. This is what the reason of the cohort. This is why I initiated for a like-minded group of people to come in to this cohort. I think I've got the a core group at RVC who believes in this and who likes what they do. Apparently, these 20 people who are still in this meet, hats up, guys. Like, this is amazing that you have this intention to build and you love what you're doing. Probably this is the way to explore and go ahead. Amazing, guys. See you soon then. Okay then. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.